What's up, everybody? We are back with the part two of the Winamax win from Theo the Almighty. So we're gonna review the rest of the hands. And let's get started. Is it call? Ace three. What about ace three? Is this a jam? What do you guys think about this one?
That's really bottom of range, right? Like ace deuce folds and ace three, does ace three mix?
I don't know. Feels bad open jamming here for 18. Let's see what GPV charts say.
I think you still jam for 20 with chippy V. Not a lot, but I do some.
Okay, button. Yeah, it's just a min raise at GPV.
Yeah, ace deuce is mixing out, so
Yeah,
mean,
raise folding.
definitely be a little nittier.
Yeah, you can, like, the ripping comes from the suited area, which has more equity.
Apex.
But at least if you have a suited ace four, you have a sweat on the turn.
Yeah.
Okay,
Please show me the range once again with this ace three. Okay, so this is open. It's not all in.
exactly. There's just a few all in there.
Okay.
Yeah, open jamming 20 right into ace king with like a big bounty on your head on a day three.
Not good
Not,
idea.
with
not,
the
not a
bounty, it's
good way to
probably
play your,
worse.
not a good way to play your button. So here he goes all in, but I think that's like risking a lot of chips.
Yeah, risking a lot with 9-9.
It's hard to say because we can't see the bounty here.
Yeah,
It
true.
must have been a good one. Ace 10 off. Wow, pick it up. Easy call?
Yeah, I think you call.
Oh no,
Don't like it.
oh
With a
no,
bounty.
it's a setup. Okay. What do we think about this call?
You're not
50.
calling it, so I would fold.
Not defense.
I don't know. I
Oh,
would defend.
Definitely defending this.
Oh, wait, we're big blind?
Yeah, 50 big blinds deep.
Min raises, so you can call. I mean,
One
so-
gapper, yeah, we can defend one gappers.
But we shouldn't if he bets a bit larger, opens a bit larger. At least I think so.
Okay, so it's close. I lean towards folding. Maybe I'm too nitty. I would call with 9-8, but 9-7 at ICM.
If he
fold.
opens 2.3 or 2.5, I fold for sure.
Oh, we're in the money now too?
Yeah,
It's probably fine to fold it, but I mean, I think calling's okay too.
Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
it's
I mean, I don't know ICM there.
otherwise you would fold.
It's a chippy V call for sure.
close spot. Folding the flop, sure. Here,
A limp call.
limp call.
This portion of the range wants to definitely limp, I think.
This deep? 50?
So
Deeper you are, the more you limp.
I think it's
Well,
a,
that's-
I think it's part of the limp raising range. It may even just be limp calling.
Yeah, it could be a good limp raise as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's whatever.
Mixing. As usual on the small blind.
Yeah. I think as you get shorter, it becomes a little more clear with its decisions.
Yeah, if you raise and you get re-raised, you can still call if the re-raise is not too big.
Ooh. That's really good for a range, probably just size up, right?
I don't know, that's what I would do,
Added equity, yeah,
but. Go for
8 or
it.
9.
Yeah, but this is one of your worst aces, so why would you?
Because you picked up equity. If it were not a heart, then I would check and protect my checking range.
Yeah, I would protect my checking range for this one also.
Yeah, I wouldn't here because you picked up the equity, so you wanna fire.
It's an
again.
interesting spot. Like, I like to set the bet too. Like, I don't wanna bet, like, check and have him bet pot, you know, like.
Yeah, that sucks when they do.
Well, I mean, he's not gonna have any 2 pairs and stuff here, right? Like, he shouldn't have ace 6, ace 4 so much. Or 6.
Oh, yeah, sure. He's gotta have all, he's gotta defend all his ace X to it open.
You would have check raised that, right?
Well,
He would have
No,
raised.
oh,
I don't
Or
know.
he would have raised, or he would have raised it. I mean.
I don't think he raises ace 6 off ace 4 off, just calling
I
position.
mean, you can have an ace 7 here or something though, so.
Yeah.
Oh, he
It's
got
an
a,
interesting spot. I don't know. I mean, check might be better. I honestly don't know. I'm more inclined to keep betting because I'm gonna be bluffing a lot. Dude, like, I'm gonna have a lot of barrels here,
Yep,
so.
yeah, but you're betting in a polar range, huh? I mean,
Yeah, like, I don't honestly know what the right play is, but I feel like betting.
if he calls, you feel terrible unless in a heart hits.
I feel like betting around 9 big blinds is good, but. I mean, we have the better aces, like he's gonna raise his better aces pre-flop. So he has the weaker aces here, so I think it's, probably a good barrel.
Yeah, but are you trying to get him to fold those then? Of course not.
No, he's not gonna fold his worst aces yet. We can just core him with a flush.
What was
ace 6,
the,
maybe, not ace 8, ace 6,
What was the flop action? You raised, he
ace
called.
6, 5 old. Yeah,
we
it
led
just
flop and
would
he
be the
called.
same.
Called.
We opened, I think.
Yeah, we
Check.
opened 3.5, they called, we bet, they called. We bet small,
Yeah,
they
we-
called.
Now we check and they're betting.
Yeah,
It's just easy call. But
I
I
mean,
would.
we
bet
don't
that.
block any of his like, well, I don't know. I feel like it's a bet.
You got, I
think
mean,
so,
your heads
yeah.
up, you got a pretty good part of your value range. I'm just thinking like, is it better to try to build a pot here on the turn? To set up for the nuts on the river, or does it work better as maybe like a,
blood
check
catcher.
jam on the river, check jam on the river?
Well, what I hate too is like if we check, if it goes check bet call and we hit the flush, we can't really donk, right? Like,
You wanna check that 100%.
yeah, and then if you don't put chips in, it blows.
Ace 4 is betting large here. But that's,
This is a good card for us. This is a high equity hand now.
it's a bit different, but still. Yeah, it's a good card for us, that I agree.
It's blind versus blind, it's top pair, so we are literally going bananas.
Yep.
We're betting in pot here, so we should bet.
Make
pot.
make it a queen of clubs and see if it checks.
I don't think so because, it's betting all the suits.
Oh, yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't matter. It's
Still-
the same.
still
Most
bets,
of the block
alright.
is,
Gonna bet top pair. I would check on the queen of clubs. But
So when we check and he does this, how do we respond?
But we don't check any ace, so.
we
when we
don't take a lot of aces, so that's hard to say, probably.
yeah, it won't be in the range then, right?
We check ace 5, we check ace 5 off,
We're supposed to raise it back.
Yeah, but that's two
ace
pair
6
here.
off, or whatever it is.
2 pair.
Oh, it's 2 pair, right?
Still the same, raising back every aces.
So it's never checking ever. with top pair.
Deuce 5.
Hmm,
I was just trying to get a free look on the river.
No, he could check, eh? So he, if he check, he gets a free look.
Well, by betting the turn really,
So
really small.
is he
not a
is he
quarter.
supposed to bet larger with his 2-5 when it goes check, check, turn? I think he's supposed to bet like 2/3 pot with his
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah, I don't.
If you want folds, yes, he should bet larger.
Maybe
all
even
he
the
was
pot.
doing was buying a look.
I don't
but
think
I-
he's supposed to bet this turn at all.
No,
I think the big blind can bet somewhat polarized with his best hands and draws when it goes check, when it goes bet, flop, call, check, turn. I think he gets to polarize his range that he wants to bet.
Yeah, but that's a break.
Can you look?
Wouldn't you just take the free look instead of betting a
So this
quarter
is-
pot?
So check.
I'm
And
not
now
sure
this
why
is
it
big
bets.
blinds range?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's, no, he's not really polar. Oh, yeah, he's kind of polar. Yeah, he's polar.
Oh, Josh, you're right. I'm thinking he's out of position. He had the free look anyways. Yeah, that was stupid then.
Hey, guys.
Sorry.
Hey, what's up, man?
And
Oh, yeah.
2-5 though, doesn't really, it does choose a smaller size, doesn't it? I know, it mixes.
Doing some other stuff, otherwise I would have commented.
But he's mostly polar when he, when it goes check, check, when it goes bet flop, check, check. Or
Supposed
bet
to
flop, check, turn, you get to size up with your best hands and draws, I think, most of the time. From the blind, especially.
It's not really picking any hands in this area.
No,
It would pick like,
But it's using, no, it's not using two.
Heavens.
Wait, it's using two. No, it's not using 2-5. Okay.
really weird strategy. Anyhow, we got a bet.
nice. Hmm,
I mean, we unblock his value, but I think we got a call, right? Call one.
go either way, no over.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't
raise.
really wanna
Two
call this.
overs.
I'm never
Yeah, I don't really
raising
wanna
it.
call this. Honestly, I'd almost prefer to raise. I'd prefer to just turn into a trash bluff.
Yeah,
You have some,
I think I'm gonna call and maybe look,
two straight.
and just
two
reevaluate the turn.
I think this is
Fair
either a
enough.
fold or a fold or a raise.
I
I mean,
think
the
so
good news
too.
is against the tiny bet, I guess you're not losing too much if you call one, but yeah.
You're just drawing very thin with a call. I think you like wanna win and target the parts of his range that just are not doing well here.
Yeah, I agree. I guess, so what are our what are our raise folds? Like our bluff raises, stuff like queen nine seems nicer, like a gut shot. But
So
also
I
has an
actually
overcard to
think,
check.
are we against cutoff? I think he's supposed to polarize this flop a bit, probably a fair amount, so.
Yeah, he has a lot
like,
of.
He's giving us a pretty good price.
I think you're probably right. I think in the real world, that small bet is probably weaker and not balanced.
Facing the small bet, queen five suited. It's folding all
This
suited.
folds, wow.
So look at the equities, fold is 0, call is negative. Alright, so I mean, call would be the second best option. I guess it's just his range just smashes this.
But
So
look
yeah,
at
like-
us, like we did identify some of those small raises are okay. Like they're not losing much.
I
Yeah.
like to peel if I think the guy is probably not that good or weaker and I can bluff him on later streets if I pick up some
Yeah, so
equity.
the ranges seem close enough, or the equities seem close enough where you could probably deviate and make adjustments, player dependent.
Louis, can we see in positions flop betting strategy again? Cause it had an interesting mix.
So bet small,
Actually, a lot of it. Although I guess that would go down a hair with the 8 rather than the 7, but whatever, we'll let that go.
Mostly bet big, huh?
It's
The
mostly
bet-
bet small,
the
but there's a
bet
lot of
big
big
is
bets.
like-
Oh no, mostly bet small, sorry.
Value hands. Like the best kings. And then bluffs, like when we bet big with ace 5 and wheels, get better ace size to fold sometimes. Polarizing from here.
So when he bets small here, I just feel like it's often just gonna be like a range bet and he's gonna have a lot of air still.
Like he's like, has like pocket sixes and he's bet folding them.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think that's
Like,
true
or
in
like his
practice.
queens is right, you know, with all his queen X, all his jack X, all his 10X, all his 9X, all his whatever, ace X. He's just betting everything.
Yeah, you could probably range bet this and lose no
And
EV.
8 is even better, still, if he has a.
Yeah, I
Alright,
think,
well. See what it says.
so just fold here.
To fold.
Maybe I'm
But I
way too
still,
wide
I don't
here.
hate, I don't hate.
I was
folding
gonna
these
continue
players.
somehow, one way or another.
So Louis, if you switched it around and made your hand king 5 and you put the queen of hearts on the board, I bet it may shift to a continue. I think, not having,
Overcard.
yeah, not being able to make that top pair is probably the divider.
Yeah. Also.
Yeah,
but-
and like, and you know, it was losing like 1 chip out of like 100 something, right? So, yeah,
It's gotta be close.
Yeah, close spots just fold.
You should check that, see if you have that board where you can just switch them to actually compare.
Sure. What board do you want?
Queen
Same
jack.
one, just switch the queen and the king.
Queen Jack 7 is the board he wants.
Right, so
Queen
you wanna
jack
have,
eight
you
or
wanna have
queen
king
jack
5.
eight.
You mean you want a jack high board so we can have an overcard?
No, queen high board.
Well, that
Yes.
gives us a pair. Oh, then give us a king, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, and then we'll check the range for King 5.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Just
then
like-
they got 2 back doors and an over, so it will continue.
yeah,
Queen
I
Jack 7.
agree. Sure, no straights, but plenty of draws. Yep.
And King 5.
right, so. The king.
With a backdoor.
Board,
Back doors will continue, yeah.
Losing a
you
little
start seeing
less.
like that the raising starts coming in with that, so. It
That's
becomes a
good.
better
Angelo
bluff
playing
game
ball.
when you can make top pair. I don't know why it's just drawing the line at 5s and 4s, but.
Alright,
Maybe because you have plenty of those.
Yeah, you don't wanna be bluffing too much, I guess.
Are we betting 60% on these low connected boards?
I think you can size up on this though, versus small blind. With the diamond.
I like sizing up as well. Yeah.
So when that guy jams on us, on the blind versus blind right there, what do you think the worst hand that we should be calling there is?
He went too fast. I didn't even say it.
There was no jamming blind on blind. Oh, here,
What do you
With
think
that
the
bound-
worst hand we should be calling here is?
with the bounty, good luck. That's
Oh,
a-
it's a bounty? Yeah, I have no idea. King
We
nine.
Yeah,
call
maybe-
this.
King 9 off, King 10 off.
Ooh, I think we're wider than that.
Wider? Yeah.
I
All
think,
Depends how
blinds
big his
jamming
bounty is,
pretty
right?
wide. Yeah.
I think if you could look at, just assume like you're calling maybe we're actually pretty deep. Like we should be calling this fairly wide, I would think.
Well, and we're in the money, so we don't call as wide as if it's earlier, right?
It
Isn't
depends on
it?
its value, really, but yeah, the chips start becoming more valuable.
I mean, I don't know. I just looking at this as an MTT. I'm not even considering it a PKO because
But yeah, so just like,
Oh.
you could just do a rough estimate and like move it up 2 pips. You could move it
Why do
up
we
2
turn
pips.
off the HUD though? Like, out of curiosity, why don't you display the HUD in the tournament? Like,
Because most of the
Just
time,
in the way.
yeah,
19 hands or something like that on that guy, so that's. Or at least I think that's meaning 19 hands, not the blue last figure.
yeah, but if you play 100 hands with someone, a lot of shit's gonna converge.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's wanting you to call like queen 10 offsuit here, or queen 9 offsuit. Like, this is pretty close in my mind.
I mean, I could buy king
Pretty wide.
10 maybe, but I don't think I can go queen 9.
I'm never wasting 17 bigs here.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
seems
no
pretty
way.
unnecessary. I mean,
It depends on
Also,
the
like-
bounty pay jump also.
So
I mean, I don't
like,
like calling queen high because he's jamming like a lot of aces, a lot of kings, right?
If he would jam 8 bigs, maybe I would consider with the big bounty. Then it's
I
8
mean, my
bigs.
worst
is
hand's
enough.
gonna be king
so
high.
like when you work out the
Yeah,
math.
big
with
bounty.
The, half of the price, fighting for half of this prize pool, especially when it really isn't threatening your stack, is way more important than I had initially anticipated before actually sitting down and running some of these odds.
Well, isn't there also some kind of like principle that if you have a big stack, you kind of don't want to you kind of want to maintain it too for good spots?
Not really with these PKOs. I feel like you go even crazier. You go even crazier when you have a big stack. And
Yeah,
you're
by
not like.
that.
really
Yeah, you
looking
get to call
Accumulating
straight, right?
bounty is very profitable.
I thought you like to stay in positions to pick up like in better spots, like you want to stay in position to pick up bounties if you can. You want to maintain a bigger stack. You don't want to take like a real, like a, you know, to me, it feels
Look,
like
I
a
mean,
bad
this guy,
spot.
this guy's got a quarter of your chips. I mean, if you look around the table, even if you were to lose this pot, you're still gonna be in a pretty good situation.
Right.
You're calling with all pairs there for sure then, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So
Probably
there's a couple other
calling like
inputs.
ace 5 off plus, like king 9 off, all my suited aces,
So with this HRC, how deep are we in the
king
tournament?
8 suited. And then like Broadway stuff in pairs.
Wouldn't it depend on his bounty and his starting stacks?
That
yeah,
plays into it for sure.
I
I
mean,
would
like, you
just
can't
like-
just say you have a range. It doesn't make any sense.
Hmm.
Cause like,
It
he
is
has
hard
like
to say,
5,
yeah.
if he has 5 bounties and, I mean, you're gonna snap queen 8.
Definitely should be.
I mean, yeah.
I guess so indeed, because stack can handle it.
I mean, like, think about it, okay? Let's say he's jamming ace king even, like he has the top of his range. We have like 40% equity versus that. Like, we are doing fine for. There's also some other considerations when doing this, Louis, from the tutorial I was watching. You kind of need to know like what percentage of the field's left, what the actual guarantee is, and then like, I don't know, do we know what everyone's bounty actually is?
No.
no, we don't.
If
I mean, we
You
could
could
just,
still run it with HRC. You could still run it with this and get like, you know, probably within hand grenade distance of a reasonable answer.
Sure, so this would be a good calling range. And then would be 0.19.
is there here is this with ICM pressure or not? With ICM or
Yeah,
not?
he put
Yeah, this
ICM.
is an ICM model without any bounties. So this
Final
would be
table
the,
ICM.
no, just ICM.
You can assign some average bounty just for curiosity.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking too. Like, why don't we give him like two
I
starting
could send
stacks
you a
and 1 bounty?
PKO script.
How does this happen?
What are the prices?
Yeah, well, I mean, I probably have
I
that.
scroll to
too.
the bottom price and make it 4 times one or something like that.
Can't it isn't there a way it estimates it too with the beta? It can
Uh,
estimate bounties now?
Yeah, like you divide starting stacks by starting bounties and you get an equity differential. So like, you can reduce equity of your call by like 1, 3, 7, 9%, depending on the,
Yep, exactly. That's the Darrow Kearney way, right?
yeah, I mean, how else are you gonna do this?
I mean, the other way, the one way is you calculate based on the percent that you equity you need, and the other way is you give the bounty as like imaginary chips in the pot. It works out basically the same, but
I did not know that.
yeah,
kinda
there's another
seems-
way to think of it, which is like think of it as dead money in the pot. So like you have an overlay, and it can work. You generally get similar answers in most spots.
Cool. Like, yeah, as long as we're having an equity reduction to the call because half the money's in the bounty price pool and he has extra money, I mean, we have to call lighter, right? I mean,
Seems similar.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
certainly have to call lighter. The question is just how much. But yeah, you're definitely
Yeah,
calling
but
lighter here
Small blind
than
has to
chip.
shove tighter. Huh?
I think it's fair to put him in a model where he's like a nit, so he probably doesn't have many bounties normally, like maybe he has 1 or 2, you know?
Sure. But
And
I
then-
wanted to say, Josh, you just mentioned shoving tight. I mean, GTO shove here is like 10-9 suited, 9-8 suited, 8-7 suited, 7-6 suited. If
I
he's
mean,
if
he
he has a
knows
GTO
that he
shove,
has knows that he has a bounty on his head. So
But
he
still.
knows that the big blind calls wider. So
for sure. No, but he's still, he still has to get out of it. Now this guy isn't it, we saw, so you can think about making some adjustments there.
Yeah, he could even be shoving
What you
tighter.
saw is that the big blind can't call with queen 8, no, queen 9, etc. Even not knitting.
More or less the same hands I want to call.
Queen
Wow,
jack-
we can't find a
jack is
call with
also-
queen jack.
Just on chip EV though, right? Or just on,
This with bounty.
Oh, this is ICM.
yeah, just on ICM, no bounties considered, right?
I think I saw bounties filled in or not. Louis?
Yeah, there's bounties.
Okay, so we added, like, what did we add? We added a bounty to his name. And then we changed his ship to tighter, or what did we do there? Okay, so you gave him a bounty, cool.
About yeah, more than a third of the 10th place, so that's a lot. Depending how wide they are in the tournament, actually.
So you're 3-4 pips off.
Depends how you calculate his jam range and how many bounties too, like we didn't really.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if we load him up with bounties, then you start calling like 50% of range.
Yeah, they're curious to know.
Yeah, but you have to also know how far in the tournament you are, because the payout structure
Yeah, exactly.
at some point comes also more important.
Whose tournament is this again? I forget who Camille 2020 is.
Theo,
Dara.
DaradBur.
Okay,
French guy.
didn't Timothy win one yesterday? I thought we were gonna.
Got a bet small there, right?
I think it's just a call. It's a call. Is it a bet?
I bet small on monotone flops. Mostly.
Yeah, I thought we were
Yeah,
big.
out of position, so against the big
Ah.
blind. You bet small.
Yeah, I would see that here for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, and small raise. I mean, I want to get more than 2 bigs in here because the SPR is high, right? SPR of 8.
Yeah, I'm not sure about raising. I don't think I would raise this one ever. I would raise my lower one.
I don't think we actually check raise monotone flops because, we're gonna wanna slow play, like, we're not gonna raise sets here, I don't think even, or like, you know, two pair.
Agreed.
So I think we kind of just slow play.
I think the one thing that I'm okay with it about is that we unblock a bunch of middle flush draws. So
Yeah.
like, you know, he could be calling button with queen jack, with queen 10, with jack 10, with jack 9. And unblocking all of that is kind of nice. And, you know, he's definitely not folding.
But I would probably check, see bet this.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's a C bet for sure. I think we're gonna bet like probably C range bet, like probably like 75%.
There aren't enough hands that can call a check raise. That's the problem, I think.
And we have the nuts, so he can call with a king. He's gotta call like one street with like, if he has a single king of clubs, queen of clubs, jack, he's gotta call a small bet with a lot of stuff. All his pairs, like he
Yeah,
can't
but
fold yet.
his range is comprised of a lot of suited hands where he doesn't need to have a raising range, I think, in position as the caller. Like his whole range is like suited connectors and
I
like,
just feel like monotone flops, there's not much check raising at all.
Yeah, there's also a lot of kings in his hand and aces.
well, there's a little bit.
I mean, king suited.
So
king.
interesting. It's solver approved.
That's right.
We find some raises.
Yeah, that's right, though. It's only 5% of the strategy, so Ken is right.
really low.
Very low.
It
Amazing.
is kind of the thing I mentioned though, where we don't raise with ace queen, we don't raise with ace jack, we don't raise with ace 10.
What do we do on the ourselves? Do we bet out ace five sometimes or not?
Mixing, yeah, we should.
Yeah. I would.
Well, but
I
not a
would check
ton.
eighty
Not a
percent.
lot.
Yeah, we really protect our checking range here.
I had it backwards. I was betting 80%.
Too aggressive, Ken. That's the
I
problem.
am.
And facing the bet, we're mixing. But I thought we would call a lot more here facing the bet because we're so strong.
Yeah, but
Does imposition have a big bet there?
Well, you
I'm
don't, you
curious.
can't really be
Do we just check
bluffing.
call a big bet?
Well, the thing is too, if you think about it, you don't want to bluff into what could be the nuts.
yeah, we don't raise C.
So that's why we don't really want to raise much, because they could just have the nuts. Like, we're not bluffing, right? We can't, what are we gonna bluff here? I mean,
I think we,
Ace
you know, we
diamond,
bluff.
Ace of diamonds.
You can see it on that ace queen, ace jack off. That's where our bluffs are.
maybe indeed queen of diamonds.
yeah. I mean, I think I'm just simplifying it because it's such a small portion of the range. I just think it's easier just to know you're not really supposed to raise much. You're not bluffing much, so just kind of play straightforwardly mostly, right?
Check call.
Yeah, the thing is, I think check raising on that flop is okay because if he has a king, is he gonna continue barreling on the turn? Right after we call once?
I
Right?
mean, they
Like,
should.
Sure.
how are we gonna get
And-
stacks in if he just small bets, flops, small bets, turn, checks, river?
What cards is he gonna small
Yeah,
bet
but
turn
then I
on
would,
mono, man? There's
check
no
raise
small
smaller,
bets.
When you
Yeah,
don't
but
get.
calling the
protection,
raise is
yes,
tough
king.
here, is it not? You really
Four to
need
flush
a
is big
king.
bet.
No, he has, I mean, he
Check
can
raise
have,
small.
he has some queen of diamonds, he has some jack. of-
He
some
can't
hands,
fold
right?
he can't fold a king yet either, but like, you're kind of telling him you got a pretty good fucking hand.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could have
No.
a king yourself, so a good one. Oh well, it's difficult to get money on a monotone flop, huh? But,
I mean, honestly, in his shoes, I have king, queen with the queen of diamonds there, and I bet it on the flop when check two, and then I have to call when it's raised. So there's some value in there.
Yeah. And if you don't check raise, you never get a lot of money in.
Alright,
That's all.
okay, we win this one.
mm,
Got him that time.
Is that close to the final table or something? Because there are only 3 players.
Yeah, we're getting closer to the final table. This is the guy who wins the game.
You can check raise.
But we do have a lot of hands to go through still. We have a total of 520 hands. And we are at 340. So still a lot.
Yeah, but only 3 people on the table. That's-
Yeah, right now.
You can check raise there, I think.
Oh, do you think?
Yep.
I want
Wow.
to have the 8-9 also.
Or maybe like king seven, 3 to a straight.
Yeah,
I think it's more of a call because I don't think on a paired board, you're gonna get any cleansing of any worse king X to fold.
You mostly check raise or fold.
or you do so it's considerable amount of checking.
Are we small blind or it's just one big blind hand or is this, are we small blind?
We're big blind.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He's range betting and we're check raising like 40% probably. 35% at least, I would think.
Yeah, and now it's the flush draws, the check raise.
It's folding the king, the backdoor flush here.
A lot, yeah. And king 7. It's
I
the,
thought it was more of a call, but
The king 7 backdoor
King 4 isn't
is raising.
check raising.
there's
No.
a folding, man. You're not gonna really get anything better to fold, right? Like if we
Which ones
raise,
is it
it's
check
gonna
raising?
fold.
King 7.
No, which king 4s?
Here it's the flush draw,
The flush draw, right?
But not the backdoor flush draw.
not the backdoor flush draw.
Is there, it's a,
It's a different board, this
Your,
one.
your guess is right, Ken. We defend mostly by raising and everything.
it's not a
Not-
rainbow flop.
It's
Not this
50-50 between calling and raising, that's most of the times.
Isn't it the flop rainbow?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He, he
It
doesn't,
is.
he doesn't have the
Equivalent, though.
exact same.
So rainbow flop backdoor flushes can raise, right?
No,
No,
look at 10 something, Louis.
are you gonna get worse to call or
Otherwise
better to
you
fold?
get too low. 10-8-8 or 10-7-7 or 10-9-9 or something like that.
looks like you want a wrap card, right?
I promise you, every sliver you can find in that spot prints because they don't defend well.
Yeah,
They're oversee betting and defending poorly.
sometimes they do defend well. I found out yesterday.
I mean, some people level and they're like, oh, well, he missed two and then they just raise, but you fold. Like, I mean, it is what it is. You put a
Yeah,
small,
it's
it's a 30% check raise and yeah, you pick up equity, you bet. You don't pick up equity, you give up. And it works
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
On rainbow board, it is defending.
Yeah, but king 7 is raising all the time.
yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, I mean, it's better for sure, but I
Or
think
kings,
anyone, I think that if
then-
you can find more, if you can find all of them that it wants you to find, it's really good. And
Yeah.
this exact spot.
Depends on your player pool and the player.
Is it a bluff or is it a value bet there?
It's a bluff.
Nothing.
It's an in between.
Oh, no.
It's a bluff, so what are we gonna get to fold?
Low.
Ace high.
They overfold.
There's no ace high that fold if you raise 33%.
It's not supposed to.
King 5 is folding, king 6 is folding.
Under pairs.
That's
might be a
not
couple.
true. You get some ace highs sometimes. Ace deuce off.
And the population does not defend that good.
Do you fold ace deuce off here, Ryan?
I would.
I
Oh,
think,
yeah,
yeah, I
definitely. Ace
probably
deuce
would.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
such a wide range there. Wow.
I mean, honestly, I'm not sure I'm calling with ace seven off like it wants to.
Hmm,
Okay, so we could call a razor.
I just like raising because it kind of just puts them in the tough spot right away when you call and now you're just hoping to hit cards. So I think being aggressive is absolutely better in them spots.
yeah, there is ICM pressure, so you raise less. Because you're the small stack.
I'm range betting small here. What about you guys?
yep.
You can polarize. Probably. We don't have a diamond. We don't have any spade though, so yeah, I don't know.
There's
I guess
only
small.
one key card for the big blind here, so we range bet small.
Yep. It's about fold.
Well, the queen's also a good card for the small blind too, though, right?
Big blind.
It's
big
not-
blind.
No,
Or
no,
sorry, for the big blind.
no. It's just not very good for in position.
Yeah, it's more even. This.
Yeah.
this
I mean,
flop
we
is a
have
lot
two
closer to
key
even
cards.
than
That's
an
why I
ace high.
thought we would size up.
Yeah, I would say queen jack is pretty good for our range and
Well, he's supposed to defend all offsuit queens, right?
no,
So
not
he-
against the cutoff.
Against the min raise from the cutoff, isn't
Yeah,
he
he's
defending
got all the queens, I think.
No,
all offsuit queens? Because like,
No, not all. He has a lot.
he has
I
a
mean-
lot, but not all.
He might not have queen
And
two.
all kings, that's true, but not all queens.
Queen two
Right,
might fold.
exactly.
Maybe
Yeah,
against.
what I'm calling like queen 7, queen 8 off.
So usually whenever there's just one key card for the big blind, in position can range bet any two. So that's a little trick I'm coming up with, that seems to be working almost always.
I think on a king high it's different, but
Say that again, Louis.
One key, if there's like two key cards for the big blind on the board, you wanna go polar. If there's one key card for the big blind, you wanna range bet small, almost always. And
makes
also like there are good key card that you can range bet for in position and for out of position.
So what are two good key cards for him here?
7 and 6.
Okay.
So I bet if it's jack 7, 6, we're gonna have a very different strategy than this. Let's see.
Okay,
Jack, 7, 6. Like this one. It's gonna go polar now. It's gonna check a lot. And it's gonna use bigger sizes.
That
more.
makes sense.
okay.
there's a lot of draws available and a lot of two pair. For the big blind, that is.
See? Now we're checking 30%, and when we bet, it's pot or big,
Okay,
because there's two key card for the big line.
the old 8-4 rule there or whatever.
It's not the 8, but it's 7. The best one is the 6, the second best is the 7. The 5 is the best. So the
Against
6 is the
cutoff,
best,
then the eight
5
button.
second best, then the 7, and the 4 a little bit as well.
Okay,
Against the cutoff,
And also what you see, like, for example, if you see a 1K card on the flop and it pairs on the turn, well, the big blind, or if it's a key card for the big blind, you can lead.
Yeah.
And if it's a key card for in position, he's going to polarize it like crazy.
Okay.
Like he's gonna use like pot size or overbet.
who is the 8-4 rule? Is that Faraz or something?
Yeah, it's not 8-4. That's not good.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It's
Okay.
7. 7, 5, 6, and 4. And
Eight. Eights are okay versus all your positions.
yeah.
You know,
They don't open eight, offsuit eight, right? Ace eight's the only thing. I mean, even here, we don't really.
Cutoff's
open
also not
offsuit
opening
eight.
8 off, huh?
Yeah, we don't really. So I mean, it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay.
Yeah, button's the only 8 offsuit 8 opener, so. Full spread.
Yeah, but he connects with the 8.
Yeah, he has some connectivity
He
to
has
it.
9, 10.
Right.
range
The
bet small
seven's way
here.
better.
Oh, the 8 is
Six
worse
is the
than
best. 5 and 6 are the best. Like LP said.
I kind of like that big bet on with king 4.
That's
Yeah,
one
why-
I check a lot.
Well, this is the spot where there's 2 key cards for the big blind, right? And one for us, so.
Yeah,
And we have draws. We have, we can pick up equity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm sure it's gonna bet big.
So with
Makes
this two
sense.
key card thing, what happens if it's ace 6-5?
Doesn't matter. Well, ace is because it's a key card for in position above all. So like you're just range betting in position. Whenever you get
Oh.
one of your key cards. So, big bet here. I like that. Pretty good. Yeah, range bet small. Pretty good.
Yuck.
I
Yeah,
check. light,
multi-way. You can probably check. It's fine.
Yep. Adios. Okay. Whoa. What I missed there? Was the big blind did not defend 10-5 to a min raise?
The three bet.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Okay.
What do
Make
you
it a
guys
little
want to
bit,
do here?
make it a hair
It is
bigger.
PKO. I'm not folding ace six suited for sure. I probably don't even fold if it's not, but
Louis thinking about raising.
I would always fold here.
What?
there's no
But
way.
it's
It's
suited.
PKO.
This is definitely a hand you wanna see a flop with.
Yeah.
Kind of agree with,
You look it
with
up real
antes
quick
and
on pre-flop ninja?
Pre-flop ninjas and PKOs. This can make the nuts. You gotta put in a blind and a half and hope to see a flop.
and we cover the initial raiser, we cover the big blind, if the big blind comes along, 2 bounties that we can win.
Alright, I thought if like we look at ICM models, this hand is gonna fold.
Yeah, it will fold it in an ICM environment. Like, the only thing it would do is raise. It's not gonna call in an ICM spot, but you're not raising because that guy flatting has you covered.
The six is your worst ace. Huh?
Yeah.
What
Don't mind
stage of the
call.
tournament are we in?
Theo's
Uh,
27K.
Yeah,
Yeah, but what stage of the tournament? Like, is this
We're in the
final table?
money. somewhere.
350 on 525.
Hands.
We're late deep in day three.
So 80% of the way.
It's hands, not players.
I mean, it's possible this is the final 3 tables since we're 5-handed.
Yeah,
Hard
Possible.
to say because
Yeah, I
well,
mean,
we were with 3 people on the table.
yeah. I mean, we sweated this and he played a lot of hands day too, the last few tables, so
yeah,
it's close. It could be close to, we could be final 3 now.
yeah, there's a video of this with live comments from us sweating.
Best is when Louis gets to the pot, when he gets to the pocket sixes.
At some point at the end, I'm like, oh no, please don't. And he does it. I'm like, oh my goodness.
I mean, I'm gonna barrel.
Hijack versus big blind at this depth. I don't know. I don't know about this.
Why
Got
do
good
we
runner
have
runners,
that on
blocks a lot of jack X. It's gonna
I'm
overcard.
just gonna- I'm see betting small here a lot.
Yep,
I mean, like every time.
yep.
Yeah, the big blind will struggle to on this board because he is not that connected to the board.
Yeah, I think I would like to see this one.
And I'm sure there's some checks, but whatever, I'm see betting. Range betting rather.
60 big blind, hijack versus big
Oh,
blind.
I might check with some ace hand, but
It would have some checks for sure. Probably does actually, but
with an 8 also. And
I don't have checks. Sovereign does, I'm sure.
We want to keep some of his worst suited king X in. He calls blinds. So we hit a king, you cooler him.
one, two.
And then we were here.
I mean, we blocked the nuts with the 10 too, so like if a 9 comes or a queen, I'm not really that worried.
So
In
like
fact,
you're thinking
in
about
fact, we can
tripling?
keep, in fact, we can keep barreling.
Yeah,
I don't think we fold king, queen, you know.
Okay, so we are range betting here. Using
Got it.
different sizes.
All kind of sizes.
Yeah.
That's a difficult spot.
It is.
Hmm.
So we block his bluffs there. It's a really good fold, I imagine. Like we, you know, we're not blocking value and we're blocking bluffs, so.
Today's Friday. Oh, well, I got a 200K today.
Pretty sweet.
Venetian.
wow.
I see you're over the Rona. That's good.
Yeah, yesterday's first day I started feeling better, so I'm
I would
cool
check,
now.
I would have check raised.
Oh,
No. Why would you check raise this out?
Why not? I always check. I check raise like every paired flop now. So I just do it. I got connects. I got runner back. I got back doors.
You got back doors. Jesus, Ken, what happened?
your friend Lisa will be there. She plays all these, Ken.
Yeah, she's good, man. She's a grinder.
The 400s. Yeah.
Is anybody playing the EPT in March?
Where is
Hey,
it?
what?
EPT in Prague.
Nope. Are you?
Hoping to, just requested time off work for it.
So this is a high low board. This is a really hard flop for them to continue versus a check raise. So we might get away with this really bad, like 0 equity spot. Nope.
Your fold. How about that?
What's our worst ones? Gotta have a jack. Oh,
One
we're
bit
raising
higher.
2s. 10-8,
10-9.
Yeah, there's 3
10-9.
late already.
You need
Yeah,
a backdoor flush to do it with 9-8. That's exactly what I thought.
mm,
Need more equity.
so when we check raise, see how much he folds. Like this is a really dry flop. It's gonna be hard for them. He's calling.
He's
71.
folding king eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I promise you population is folding 5 times the number of hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not against me.
Yeah. I get that
Sometimes,
too.
okay, but they don't fold everything.
I believe this is a fold as well.
Close, but you can't fold.
Yeah.
Yeah, multi-way. You don't wanna be out of position versus 2 players, 3 players, so. I mean,
Yeah.
slam dunk fold.
Yeah.
That's true. And yeah, and the biggest stack also.
Do that again.
You have to get hands.
Oh. Of course.
Flop. Check, check. Call.
Have to call.
Have to call.
That's
Ooh.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good.
Go for some
That's
thin
really
value.
good.
Ah, come on.
Wow, he's betting with eights there. That's so bad.
I'm trying to get called by a 10 there. I'm gonna put a bet out.
Is it bad?
Betting eights? I think it's pretty bad.
Look it up. I don't think it's that
Does he
bad.
have a heart? Oh, we didn't bet the flop. If he has a heart, he could have bet the flop probably, and then just check the turn. When it goes check
I think
again.
I think it's pretty bad.
I think you can bet flop if he has a heart. If not, just check it down.
Took one stab to steal with a smaller pair, under pairs. I don't mind that.
Yeah,
we're not
it's too-
folding
it's
a
not
10.
polarized enough. I don't think.
Like, what are we folding? You know, he's not stealing from anything.
That's
And
why I
we're
went
already
out
on
of
the
heart.
turn. It's like our king jack only has 20% equity. He's cleaning up 20% equity from our overcards. Like,
Let's see. I'm curious.
Would you
People
fold
do this
king
shit.
jack,
People,
I guess?
people do this shit to me all the time with like sixes and stuff.
Yeah, because people
Well, 'cause
stab
people
too
are-
in your.
people are
It
I mean, he should
works
be-
when I have nothing, you know?
he should be stabbing with like 6-5 there. You know, like he should be stabbing with like garbage.
Or
Like
if
some
I
real bottom
pocket
range shit.
nines, I'm folding nines.
That might be
curious if-
literally the only hand that I'm folding that beats him.
I'm
Nines
curious
is
if he,
probably,
I'm curious if he can bet flop with a heart when it goes check to, when it's checked to us.
Actually happened to be the other day at nines. There were two guys in the pot though. Neither one of them had anything. They
LP's
both-
computer's lagging.
You see bet a little more with the heart, I guess.
We can bet with the hearts here.
Yeah.
Can he bet eights on the, when it goes check with a heart on the flop? Can he bet it with a heart? No,
No, it's not polarized enough.
so he shouldn't bet here either then.
A lower pair can bet because then the sevens and
I
eights.
told you it was bad.
Yeah, I thought it was bad as well. A lot of people do that though.
Yeah, just like random stabs, like, I have a hand, I need to bet it. You're like, no, you don't.
Yeah. I see it a lot.
Yeah, but I see a lot of float bets. So
I don't think he
Yeah.
gets to fold there. I mean, you can't raise, you bet large, so, but I think you wanna call still.
The big bet.
against two players, he bets big, huh?
Yeah, but that's good for our range kinda, so, and small blind folds, I think we gotta continue.
The deuce and the four are not good for our range, Ken.
4 and a 6, 4 isn't bad for us.
What fours are we calling?
Ace
Against two
four.
players, huh? It's
I mean,
multi-way.
you got all the suited fours, you got
Yeah,
ace four, right?
yeah,
I
but
don't
you have a
know.
lot
You
of
got
offsuit
three,
junk.
4-3, 5-4.
Feels like a fold to me. Do you think it's
Also.
anything else?
No, I thought it would be a
it's-
call.
I think to a big size, it's a
Yeah, no, I
fold.
think it's
I agree.
Did we ever
That's-
donked?
Thirds, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know about multi-way. I mean, I'm not gonna donk this hand. I think this hand can check call, so I wouldn't donk it.
Not from the middle seat, you
I-
don't
I
wanna
think it would-
donk, so.
I think it'd be
We
pretty damn
could.
good to donk here this hand, because I think
We-
you could
we
fold
could.
like king nine, king 10, king jack immediately. And you have two overs and a backdoor flush draw, and like, doesn't
I mean, you
64
put the
kinda
cutoff
hit
in a
your
bad,
range?
you put the cutoff in a bad spot, cause small blind's still in the hand, so it might be cool.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
you're
but
not
if we
winning
were
second.
heads up, it would be like a very small part of the strategy already. Multi-way, I'm sure it's like.
Lead, lead into two people with nothing is not very good poker usually.
Well, you donk bluff, man. I don't know. I don't think you just donk value.
Cutoff versus
No,
big
but
turn.
on that other one, we wanna donk really low stuff, like 8-7, like 9-7, stuff like that.
Yeah, but you don't have 9-7 off on this flop.
I think I would range bet small here.
Yeah, me
I
too.
would. That's big.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's a very bad turn.
Yep.
Terrible river. Should we go for it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're at
Did
the
he
bottom of
check?
our range.
Did you see Ali's call against Petrangelo on this board?
No,
Oh my
2 days
God.
ago with a 4?
That's not that bad.
he called with a 4.
Yeah, a 4, no diamond. Petrangelo had like king 8 with no diamond. It's called a big bet with it too. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit. That's why they're so good. Ali is unbelievable.
Yeah, but yeah. The cutoff has a lot of bluffs in his hand, huh? Potential bluffs. Let's say it that way. Sometimes you can call wider if you think he's a bit pure.
Should we go for it? Pretty good question.
I think
No,
so.
but
Yeah, if you go, you have to bet big.
I didn't
probably.
see I didn't see the action. I'm not bluffing here.
He did bet big on the flop, so he has something, huh? Normally.
Yeah,
A draw.
At least a draw or the 9.
All the draws got there.
Yeah.
I mean, a nine without a diamond, we can get to
so
fold.
yeah. And a 9, folding a 9 is tough. Even on the river.
Big one.
You block backdoor spades, so that's bad. Not that bad, actually. It's a thing. For deuce. I saw 4 deuce. Yes. Oh, yeah, selected it. Let's see that.
Yep.
there's just
Small.
one key card here for the big blind, so we can range bet small.
Right. And there was a sliver of range bet large. There was a sliver of large with the queen 7, so we rolled a big number.
Yeah, you rolled big number with the back door.
Yeah. So it's not, it wasn't wrong.
If you did it for the good reason, it wasn't wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't know.
Okay, bet small.
5 gets there
call.
also. That's
No, we bet
It will
large.
get big.
We bet large.
Check. Yeah, we would like to barrel this turn a lot more than I thought. So we wanna bet big on this turn.
But Louis, you on the flop, you marked the small bet with that large. On
Yeah.
the flop.
Yeah,
The old Louis used to do that a lot, remember?
yeah.
We didn't bet that large, but still. We bet large.
almost.
80%? No, we didn't. We bet 66%,
Yeah, almost.
but who cares? Moving on.
more close than 30%.
Yes, closer than 30%. All right. Let the bluff begin.
Okay, so we shouldn't be bluffing on this river based on this.
Oh,
What are we bluffing then? Can you show?
screw that sim.
King 9.
Okay.
That's probably
King
half.
eyes, yeah.
Okay.
We're bluffing with hearts,
Pairs only.
with the flush.
Bluffing
No,
with the
it's-
5.
It's like,
King jack with a spade and a diamond.
yeah, but it's mostly hearts, right?
Yeah, with one heart. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's proportional enough bluffs probably.
What about those 6s? 7s.
With the flush, with the flush, with the
With the
flush.
flush. Okay. Mhm.
Poker's hard, man.
And maybe you don't want to have a 7 because that blocks 7-6. I don't know. It's 7-5. Or blocking 7-5 is a good action.
Oh, yeah.
Let's say that we're
Do you think this is final table yet?
No.
No. I wonder why it was three-handed for a while then.
Neither of those jerks could have an ace.
2.1, yeah. Yeah,
fold.
give it up.
Two, six.
Really?
That's junky. I don't think that's okay. But if we win, why not?
Mhm.
Then it's great play.
I see.
You want to, you want to raise those chunky offsuit stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
That's
think not
what
quite that
the-
chunky.
I don't
I
think
think that's
that,
just too bad.
that was
That one was a
too
little
junky.
bad though.
It's what the pros do.
I don't think this part of the range is gonna play.
Of course not, but that's what the pros do. With 9-4 offsuits and shit that cannot win. They just raise it and take a shot.
Yeah, but I think there's a difference between 9-4 and 6 deuce.
Yeah, no, I agree. 6-2 is the very yucky part.
Oh,
Okay.
nope.
It's
Good with
playing
anything.
all,
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Jeez, I would not have found that one. I didn't even think it'd be in there at all.
guys.
Wow. I don't know, to me. It's okay not putting money in the pot with a horrible hand. Yet sometimes I feel the need, the 6-5 offsuit looks like pocket aces apparently, like yesterday. I don't know.
Really polarized, so we want to use the junk and the good shit.
Tough spot here. What do you guys think?
Oh,
14.
Player dependent who is shoving.
How I see him are we right now?
Very deep. I would fold because,
yeah. I'd
Yeah.
rather be
Eight.
jamming it than calling it.
So what about ace eight suited?
ace eight is really tricky. I think ace
Ace
eight, we
nine.
call always. All,
Ace two. Call.
Ace 9's a call, right? But
Ace
I
nine
think-
off.
I think ace seven is where I start to fold.
Holy.
Ace nine off.
I think it depends on the bounty.
Yeah, so I'm thinking too.
King jack suited.
okay, fold's fine.
Really tough spot.
I'd fold, yeah. I'd fold.
I overfold my range, that part of my range too there.
I do
Chart will tell you all that.
Something I've started doing live is because none of the guys study ICM and they will just punt their stack at some point. So, you know, I've gone from starting my career as a nit to being a maniac and now I'm back to a nit in ICM.
So you're back to the dark side.
Yep. In ICM. Just because
Yeah.
they totally punt their stacks off all the time. It's unbelievable to watch sometimes.
I haven't played live in a while. Right now we have these COVID restrictions. Our casino games are ending 10:30 p.m. And that's like
Yeah, I would
interesting.
fold this, but it's supposed to be a call, I think.
It's a fault in ICM for sure.
You
Yeah.
don't cover anyone. You gotta fold.
Yeah, I agree. It's a pretty shitty call. I wanna call with like king 10 suited.
The chart would say to call, I'm saying, but I would never call this.
Anyone going on?
We
in
call
here?
that shallow. I think we gotta be like 40 bigs to call that hand, don't we?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble seeing the stack
I'm
size.
going,
So
I'm
small.
going call in if I want to go to ICM jail.
You need to be,
Exactly.
There you go. Now we can see
you
him.
don't cover anyone at the table and there's ICM implications. I mean, you could tighten your range like 2 pips here.
Yeah, snap fold, no problem.
Raises at 40.
So 13 bigs, 11. Yeehaw.
On 2 tables left or 3 tables left, how wide are we calling the small blind shove? We folded to
Very tight.
in the big one. Very tight on the big blind. Small
Yeah.
blind versus big blind.
Yeah,
So
Especially-
here,
especially with short stacks, yeah, we wanna be kind of very tight here.
okay,
Did we, I ran away. Did we call that raise with our 8-9 from the small blind, 8-9 offsuit?
Oh, 8-9.
I made you go back that far. Sorry, never mind. Let's just go on with what we're doing.
I
There was
know,
there was a 7-9.
Yeah, I thought we limped from the small blind, got raised to 3.5 with 8-9, but move on.
No, I don't remember.
fold this.
Oh,
It's a call.
big.
It's a call.
Oh my god.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Excellent.
love the ace.
Call. All right.
now our opponent is like, check.
He's like, what the fuck does he have? But like, yeah, if he has anything, he can't fold that river. Okay, so he probably just had shit.
Yeah,
He got the extra chips by the ace turning, right? So
Now we're getting hands.
Oh,
Rip, rip, rip.
and
Nice.
win.
yeah, this is a nice all in.
Yep. Easy one.
yeah, put
Easy.
him in a tough spot if he's thinking of calling with ace 6.
Who is Camille again? Theo?
It's DaradBur.
Who?
DaradBur.
Theo, it is Theo.
Theo, okay. Yeah,
What is he doing here?
I don't know. That's just fold the damn thing.
Yeah,
I always struggle to know.
He's
what
got them both covered. He thinks he's gonna flop another king X boat.
Can you talk about that spot for a second? Cause I always wonder what to do about completing the small blind.
well, you wanna have suited stuff here. I mean,
Special ICM stuff.
A bit big and little off, but just get rid of because you're out of position multi-way. It's just shit.
And you don't,
Yeah.
and you ignore, and the 5-1 pot odds, you just go, that's a sucker's, that's a.
Yeah, but
that's
you're
not-
only gonna realize 60% of your equity, so you're not really
Right.
getting 5-1. So
Okay.
The
Great.
other thing to think about is that you're the big stack right now and you want to make sure that you cover everyone at the table. So I think you don't want to give this guy chips having his hand in position.
Right, okay.
So how about to raise this limper? To
No,
get some pressure.
that's a lot better than calling.
I
Yeah,
don't know. It seems
but-
pretty bad.
What does the guy limp on the button with? Right? Is he trying to trap or is he just a bad player?
So it's depends. Both options can be.
Yeah, that's a player that you need some notes on to see if they have like a trapping range this way.
I think at this stage, and from, I watched most of his final day, I think the players were pretty good. Even though the guy limped, I don't remember. Like, no one, bad players stuck out in my mind. I don't really remember this. So hard to say what he's doing there.
Give it up.
What happens if that fish call guy has got a massive bounty? Maybe he did, that's why he called.
I don't know. We'll have to ask him.
Bet. I'll scope him.
Yeah, that could be. Ick. Oof,
Like a bet.
I don't know, I even maybe shoved this hand actually.
ace of spades.
Shoving pre-flop?
Yes.
No, I think I prefer to open and then call when they jam if the bounties are good enough. Like I would fold against him, call him, probably call him.
15 chart would say jam, right?
Yeah,
Let's look it up quick. 15 cutoff. I know it will. No, it's not a jam.
I mean, this guy's got, he's
But-
up
but
25.
we're pre-
Oh,
Final
yeah, it is. It
table.
was off. It's offsuit. It is a jam, sorry.
I think he's got 2 screen A's.
wow, so this guy won
Wow.
big ten here
Luck
by
box.
miracle on the turn.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
wow.
When did the money go in? Pre-flop?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
so playful.
It's fine. It's 11.
he only had one out and then bam, he gets it.
Oh my goodness.
No, the 10 was also good. But this is the guy who won the game, so
Pretty cool right there.
funny to see that.
Well,
Okay, so I believe this is the final table.
okay. Fold. Ooh,
Fold.
I think you gotta go with it. No?
I don't know, no. If you call and
11.
you lose, I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah, that was.
Right now, we're literally second place.
Yeah, you're in second. Yeah, you're right. That fold.
It depends on the bounty and the pay jump.
I'm not
Well-
100% sure it's final table, but we are really, really close to the end.
How
Yeah,
many
might be-
total?
might-
520?
Might be 2 tables.
Yeah, probably 2 tables left, more like it.
Yeah,
What about opening here with 5?
I'm okay folding.
Folding pre?
Yeah, I think it's think it's
Yeah,
kind of
fold,
borderline.
folding 3 is fine.
Why don't you just open jam it?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like ripping it here.
Yeah, I
Just
mean, it's
rip
not
it.
crazy. Only the big blind has chips.
He's
Like
gonna
if they were
call
all
super blind.
15. If they
Yeah.
were
It's
all
a
15,
disaster
it's
to,
a jam.
it's a disaster to jam into him with an 8 big blind stack.
Chris, you're wrong. This is definitely
Can we run
like.
it?
Oh,
we
I
run
would
it?
never do this with 5s. Matt had a
Let's run it.
webinar on this. Matt had an entire hour and a half on this about 7s and under not doing that shit with this.
Because it's because the eights is just always is just so incentivized to call. When he has anything.
You
Yeah,
can
Can we run
definitely,
this?
You can throw away a lot of money here. I would fold this. I don't mind a min open, see if it gets through, but you got the space there. You'll be at 21. You still got the other 3 covered.
But if
I
you
would
min,
not, I would not rip into the big stack.
Chris, if you min open this and DP2 fish call jams, you're gonna call him off though, right?
Yeah,
Okay. You're gonna fold to the big stack jam.
absolutely fold it.
alright, so let's just assume this is a final table. I can find an arrangement for this. and look at Preflop Academy and just kind of see what it's doing.
Look it up. I'd love to see this because maybe
Yeah, I'd be curious.
I'm too
I'd really
tight
be
here.
curious.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say this, if it's not a jam, I think it's close. I don't think you're losing much by jamming it.
I mean, your risk premium against that guy's 20% here. Fives are never even close to covering that. It's some huge minus.
So look at it from the other perspective. What do you think he can call this with?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yes.
Like
Do you
he's
think
calling like
Nothing.
5% of his range.
Is he
and
supposed to run like ace king off here?
Yeah.
God, ace king off is kind of dodgy, honestly.
It is kind of dodgy. Like ace king off is
Like, I think
not
it's a call,
If
but
you-
like,
if you-
it's a
If you
shitty call.
turn over your hand, he's not supposed to run ace king with you.
No, yeah, if you
because
turned over your
he-
hand, he folds. Snap fold.
Yes.
Snap fold.
Because you're running a flip and he needs premium to call. He needs risk premium to call. So
Yeah, if
never
he's
getting the
totally
odds to
aware
call.
of this, if he's totally aware of this, I say and think. If not, he's calling wider. Ace 10,
And
ace jack.
and yes, 5 is not good to jam because it unblocks
right. So
all
we need like
everything.
we need like 2 20s, 2 teens, and then like a 10 or below. And we're opening into that. So 20. One sec. We need to be like. So I
think
mean, I
nines
can do
with a
it.
shove.
I can do it this way, right? So if we look at everyone that has 25 big blinds, 25 equal stacks, RFI from what, hijack? There's no
Cutoff.
jamming hijack. No jamming from the button or the cutoff. The button does jam fives when everyone's got 25 big blinds. Fours jam
Wow.
pure, ace 3 off, jamming pure.
Said the button.
That is the button. But
This
I
is
mean,
the
kind of the
cut.
same concept applies. So let's drop it down to 20. Let's look at 20. Sixes through threes are jamming, ace deuce off through ace off 4. If we go back to the hijack, hijack is jamming some, this is 20 big blinds. So equal stack, all your suited wheel aces are jamming, ace king off is jamming, king queen off is just open jamming. We go to the cutoff. You start to see like sixes inching in there, but not really prominent, not really a thing. Now, like,
I wouldn't be comfortable doing that.
now if we go to like 17 effective hijack, you're seeing some like 8s and 9s get in there. From the cutoff though, you're basically jamming 9s through 4s. Like it's just going bananas. So the fact that there are smaller chip stacks here, it's going to be more pressure applied to the big blind, which makes him, he's going to have to call tighter.
Yeah, he only has this covered by 1, so that does make sense.
And
He doesn't want to be at 1 big. Yeah.
right. The fact that you do have access to those 2 smaller bounties, I mean, you want to get in there with those guys.
Yeah, I don't play bounty tournaments, so I don't know that aspect of it.
And they're going to be calling a little closer to chip EV, but see, like, okay, this is the problem with doing things that are just like not all in.
There we go. Yeah, we open and we get jammed on.
He can do this with like his whole freaking range. And
Yeah.
you can't do a damn
Yeah.
thing about it.
We cannot call.
No, we're calling with like queens or something there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see if it was like indifferent. If queens was like indifferent. It's
That's some good.
So I tell you
Okay.
what, if I get to that spot tonight where there's 5 left and it's like 45K up top tonight, I'm folding that. I'm not gonna jam it.
The open is very marginal here.
In preparation for your anticipated final table that you hope to make, why don't you watch a Michael Adamo stream and see how he's playing final tables?
Okay, yeah, no, I watch him quite a bit. I watch all the high roller poker go stuff and
If you have
really pay
40
attention.
big blinds here, man, that's an easy jam.
Oh yeah, you can just go freaking bananas with your range.
Yeah, like you should be targeting Oliver and just put him in a ton of pressure and make him not play any hands.
Yeah,
Yeah, fund the chip leader. Different.
But this is not that much difference because you guys have a similar stack. So if you jam on him, he can't call. If you open, he rejams, you can't call.
Yeah,
Similar
here's
situation.
what I'm thinking. I can ride to second or third place easily, which is a 15K pay jump though. 15K is a lot of tournaments.
But you need to be sure that your opponent is ICM aware. If they're not, and they're calling too wide, then both of you guys are just handing $100 bills to the other players.
Yes, $1,000 bills.
Happens a lot.
Yeah. Again, I'm become very nitty at final tables, and it works.
you should be nitty at final tables, but it
Oh.
switches when you're like
Nice.
towards the upper chip epsilon of the table. Like when you can start putting people at risk, you're supposed to flip it.
I
on its
get
head.
it. I get it.
We'll
I
look at
see-
my
I
final
see
table
why it's
later,
a
hopefully,
jam.
and see me open any too.
Yeah. I see why
Yeah,
it's a jam.
yeah.
Is this
I
the
went
final
to-
table now?
Yep.
I remember
now
one player
it's
said
fine.
that
Okay,
every final
now
table
it's-
is a unique game. Absolutely.
No,
Each
it's not the final
is unique.
table yet.
No.
Not the,
Oh,
Wait.
still not? Okay.
Final two is a final three, probably.
Might be down to final two tables now.
Okay.
what do you guys think about this one?
I
Yeah.
like it.
That changes things too, if it wasn't the final table. Because then it is
There are
hundreds.
two
of bet
smaller
top.
stacks.
What about folding here?
Folding.
Why? Why?
No, no.
Because when we have hands like eights and nines.
Folding?
Yeah.
Folding?
Too
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah, but this is not the final table yet. It doesn't look like it.
When we have hands like eights and nines, we block the bottom of the opening range of the villain.
Yeah,
Are we?
no, we're not folding here.
I'm not folding either.
I think we could. I think we could 3-bet call, just in case the big blind woke up with a hand.
I think sevens and sixes are better jams here because they don't block the bottom of the opens. Galen, can you look at the quick ICM simulation for this one?
Depends if he opens 8 sevens. and
If you're not too busy.
Yeah, give me a sec. I think it's still gonna be jamming this, considering you cover him and there's a bounty.
Yeah, and there's a bounty available.
I'll take a look and see if I can find something similar. So it's like,
I mean, you get called by so much worse stuff here. Which
you
is
really
good.
do. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you're not targeting necessarily the floor of his range. Like, I mean, you want him to call with like, his ace, queen, his ace, jack or whatever.
Ace king.
King, queen, sevens, sixes.
Yeah, like he's gonna have to call some under pairs here too.
Whoops.
So like, we'll just say that we're covering.
Yeah.
So we need,
He has to
like,
fold a
small-
little bit because there are two smaller stacks also.
Yeah, are we not just like ripping almost any pocket pair here?
I think you are.
That's what I'm thinking. Every pocket
Alright,
pair going
so
in.
verse RFI, we're in the small blind. We cover, but we don't cover by a huge margin is kind of what I'm looking at here. So if the low jack was the opener. If the low jack was the opener, we would see that behavior that you're talking about, Louis. Like it doesn't like eights. It just gets rid of eights. Nines and I mean, kings through fours is basically going bananas though. I mean, everything's just in there. If it's the hijack versus the, so that's kind of interesting. It's very linear versus the hijack. Oh wait, this is verse
Good
all
off.
in. That's verse all in. Okay, so you see the same behavior. If he opens, you're basically jamming jacks through fours. Above that, it's min raising, or it's three betting. Cut off, yeah. There is some merit to this bottom of the range thing you're talking about, Louis. Like it doesn't like eights at all. These ICMs not like eights, but everything else is just going bananas.
So here it would be just eights. Now
Yeah, you're just going all in. You're just going all in.
Yeehaw. Oh,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, my
Ugh.
friend.
you gotta call it off.
No way. Never.
For 7 bigs?
Yeah, if he's got a decent bounty, you probably have to call.
Yeah, in a PKO, it's a call. I think otherwise it's a fold.
Yeah, I can see, yeah, makes sense as a call with any reasonable sized bounty.
We don't know his bounty though, so this isn't gonna really be accurate though.
It's final
Yeah.
three tables. Everyone's
It's
gonna
gotta,
have
yeah,
some.
it's gotta be huge though, right?
I mean, you
So-
find some people that sneak in there, they've just kind of been surviving, and they've only had like 1 or 2 bounties. It happens.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's almost a chip EV call, like it's close. So with an added bounty,
Oh, yeah.
I have started playing them, but I don't know anything about them yet. I haven't studied any of the formulas or anything. But I'm playing like $3 ones just to see what they're like.
that's a pure ICM call, right? Like not accounting for bounties.
Yeah, that's just at the GS because we don't have
Yeah.
the bounty, so.
So with no bounty, that seems correct, but with a bounty, I think it's gonna be a lot wider.
I'd be curious
It's
to
like
see. Yeah.
for this time, most of the bounties are already paid off, and the main pot which we are fighting for, most of the main pot is left, but a lot of bounties are already paid out till the final like 2 tables or 3 tables or so.
Curious to see how it plays if everyone has a $500 bounty here. Is our king nine a call now?
To fold.
Oh, it becomes a losing call. But it takes money.
Pretty even.
Yeah, so with a decently played bounty on his head.
Speaker, Louis.
Oh, so it's really close here.
Your
Really
speaker,
close.
Louis.
Alright, so it's really close here. If we put the big bounty here, it's a call. So I think he's gonna call, let's see. No, he folds.
Yeah.
Really close.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too. I meant your microphone, not your speaker, sorry.
Yeah.
My speaker.
Very tough spot though with the king nine.
You think
How
that,
about
you think
shoving
that
this
king
hand?
3 should have ripped there pre-flop?
Yeah, same question. It should be, I guess.
Yeah, I think so.
You can shove almost any 2 here.
I don't know about any two, but like the king, high card, low card suited connectors make good jams. I feel like.
Yeah, I agree. This is a nice jam.
Yeah, with this short stack here as well, we can put a lot of pressure here with the blocker.
Definitely.
Stack.
Two,
Seems-
Yeah,
two
there's
shorts,
short
two
stacks.
short stacks.
Yeah. Seems to be a good spot. But limping is never gonna be a mistake, right?
Probably not. Yeah.
Hey,
Okay,
You don't wanna, well, you didn't raise. You can't bet the ace, never mind.
min raise fold.
This one, of
Yeah,
course.
min raise fold seems good.
What do you do? Open fold?
Yeah,
I don't
like
mind
open
that.
folding.
I don't mind that at
No,
all.
he min raise folded, do a 3-bet.
yeah.
Oh,
I guess this
Yeah.
is a call, yeah.
No, never.
I think it's a fold.
this is a fold, yeah.
Well, hold on,
Really?
the king nine was close before.
Yeah,
Yeah, he should have a bunch of suited connected stuff here. He should have,
Just pull up that last same chart if it's still open. I mean, it's gonna be
we're
the
calling
same.
Still a marginal
7.5.
hand.
Yeah. It's
We are moving
worse,
towards the final table. When we call this and lose, we're gonna be in very bad push fold shape.
Yeah, dominated way too much.
yeah, I think it has to do with the bounty. If it's just a very small bounty, we need to fold. If it's a good bounty, we call.
But how much would be the bounty and how much would be the top three on final
Holy
table?
cow, 69 bigs.
The
At this
bounty is
table.
probably like 200.
This final table then now, back to 6.
Yeah, but we can actually see.
this.
Let's see. So, no, not like this. Okay, so who do we have?
Ace three suited, is it?
Oh, well, there's 1,000 euros on his head here. Very interesting.
1.6 weeks. stake.
€1,000 on the ace three suited.
Yeah, I think it's a call
I think, or
for 1,000
for-
euros. Yeah, it's really, really tough. Fold.
Oh, with the ace 3, you mean?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, this is the bad seat draw.
that's it. Well, yeah, but.
Oh, between two huge stacks, yeah.
Yeah, it gets ugly for a while here.
Yeah,
They just take turns raising every hand.
I swear that's me every final table. I always get the worst seat possible.
Ken, your mic is not good. What do you guys do here?
So yeah, there's other short stacks on the other table too, which is why he was in a really bad spot. Like, it gets worse at the other table. There's guys who wind up getting down to 2 and 3 bigs, and he really gets paralyzed between the two big stacks here.
Oh,
Yeah, we're
I
forced
fold here and I'm
We're forced to
using my
fold.
time bank every hand to try to just wait for a better draw.
exactly.
It's an easy fold. This is a fold too.
Yeah, I agree.
Is this the
Yep.
one, Louis?
I think this is for sure one of them. I was like, please fold. I was begging. But he
Are we
Oh,
looking at the
oh.
correct timestamp on the YouTube
No.
video?
No, I don't have the timestamp. But the video is out there if you wanna try to follow the action.
Just open jam.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
for
he's open
13.
jam this.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, nice.
Yeah, never mind. RFI is better.
I like one big blind better.
This is a fold too. I mean, these guys are gonna call you so wide.
Yeah,
They're
This
calling
is not
like
a fold.
anything.
This is
Like,
not a fold.
I think it's a fold. He's never
I think it's a
folding.
It's a fold.
wow.
If there's ICM
But-
pressure and you got a big bounty on your head,
Doesn't
like
have
also
a
we
big
need-
bounty. He has a
But also we
small
need
bounty.
chips. We have 15 bigs. Like this is one of the spots.
And this
I
is.
can
Can have like
But,
can't he have
but look for
five?
the short stack of 7 big sitting.
Yeah, if we're the shortest
10.
stack, I think it's fine, but with multiple short stacks around still. I don't know, you're gonna
Why
lose
did-
here like 50% of the time, which
Why
is
did he
like an
leave
ICM
point-
punt.
0.09 behind. Is that so he can time bank down through one
It's
more?
just his style, man.
No,
That's-
because
Oh, yeah,
when-
that-
That's
and it's
exactly why
also-
he does it, but then he snap shoves as well.
it does one other thing. If Let's Be Knife shoves and recreate happens to call, you can fold and maybe move up one.
No,
Yeah, I don't
but this
think
is not the
that's really,
final table yet.
I don't know, you can fold with 0.09 to move up
I mean,
one,
but I
but
mean,
I
that's,
think
that's
you're
why,
better off going for the 45.
No, you're
big
better off
blind pot.
calling. You're better
Yeah,
off
I'm
calling. Yeah.
absolutely calling.
Yeah.
I think he's
But
doing
it,
this
but it
because
does
there's a
allow
pay
you
jump.
to time bank down one more time.
Yeah.
Once they make, let's say they rejam on you, you can time bank down more and give another 20 seconds.
You
for
fold
somebody to get out
0.9
of
and then
this.
6 comes on the flop and you go straight to hospital.
This seems too wide.
Yeah, no, suited kings here are opens. That's one of the thing I picked up from this game. He opens a
they
lot
are.
of suited kings all over, just like Joe.
With two stacks that cover us right behind us.
Yeah, it
You
feels
got the
bad,
blo- you
right?
got the blocker, you got the
But
blocker.
why?
it's
Yeah,
gonna
blocker
be
ace
open.
and king blocker, it's
Yeah.
most.
But
They
we're getting
shove a
jammed
lot
on
to-
by aces more than kings.
Yeah, but
Ace
Or calls.
ace and king blockers open, yeah.
it was one of the hands that gets picked in like pre-flop academy. For
Yeah.
RFI here. So it's fun to look at.
I hate the hand personally. You can't make the straight, so. But it
No,
sure
but
opens a
it's
lot.
good enough. It's good enough.
Top
Yeah.
pair, and also the 8 is good if it's a low flop.
Yeah, it's also, because it's at the bottom of the range, it's okay to open fold. You don't feel that bad.
Oh, it's loading now? I know that.
Morning, Harry.
Email. Wade.
Yeah, so here on this example, like the hijack only has 10 bigs. So at 10 bigs, it doesn't. It only picks king 9, but it's really close. I believe it's a very nice open. What do you guys like to do here?
Just check.
Yeah, just check.
Yeah, kings seems okay. I think we do bluff raise this sometimes, right? I think this is a raise fold.
But not against the
frequency.
chip leader.
Sure. I mean, we have to have some raise fold bluffs and I think king rag is one of them.
I don't think we need to raise fold bluffs.
Well, we have raised calls, right? If we have raised call offs, we should have raised folds.
Yeah, that's great.
All
We
this
don't
guy
need to
has
be
to do
balancing.
is jam any river on us, and what can we do without a 5?
Call.
When there's heavy ICM and
Yeah.
we're worth a lot, like I think at this point we're worth about like 2 grand. Like we don't need to be balanced.
I mean, sure, the balance skews a lot, like you can.
Look at that. You should have just ripped.
Yeah, I was surprised with this hand because he snap called this river very, very fast. And I was like,
I don't think there's any other option.
Yeah, I would
No.
snap it also.
for
but
this
it's-
size,
Like, you can't fold. You have
So that-
top pair, king
and-
kicker, you can't fold. You can't raise, you only get called by better.
yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, it was just a bit of a nice, a funny river.
So just, so delete the, don't. yeah,
Louis, do you have like a,
This
like
is
a
a
big
jam.
blind strategy there under heavy ICM? I'd be curious to see what we're doing there. Cause like, I don't know, this looks like the kind of hand that we like to, that we like to raise.
Hmm,
Let's.
What do you think?
Oh,
Blind
suited,
versus
yeah.
blind? This, I wouldn't be surprised to see this just jam its chips in.
Could be.
It's just a little much. It's a little much. I wanna jam this at like 12.
I'm guessing though. So what is it? Still 6? Or 5x? Here, this is a good one. So.
Wanna share the screen?
Blind versus blind.
There's 12 people left and the other table has 4 like tiny stacks.
Here, I'll share my screen for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, just fold.
When I say tiny stacks, I mean like the guy with the biggest stack has 7 big blinds.
So if you look at this, tiny, 12, 10, 16, and we're 32. We're in the big blind, or the big blind's got 32. Or wait, so.
Must
Maybe
be
I'll
the
look
other
at-
way around at the last one.
Yeah, maybe I'll get this backwards.
That last one is decent, 50, 40, 20, 20, 10. At least has, well, but it doesn't have other smaller stacks.
Let's just look what first in looks like. So at 16, it looks like these are just a bit wide. It's liking these more higher end suited ones. But yeah, so I mean, if you have an ace blocker, you're just going nuts here. You're going pretty wide. I mean, we're second in chips here, and this is it's just open jamming 16 with, you know, jack high here.
And what about versus a limp?
So yeah, that's what I was looking at. So from the big blinds perspective, like versus a limp, it's just choosing your worst best blocker hands.
Oh, so it is picking some offsuit king.
Yeah, it definitely wants these. These, I guess it just wants to take to a flop, try to beat them out. But
Wait,
it's
sorry,
also-
and that, is that a raising range and a jamming range?
That big.
The dark one is the jamming range.
Yeah, orange is
Okay.
jam, red is jam, or orange is raised, red is jam.
Correct.
Okay. So you can see this kind of hand could actually go for both.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
It's in the neighborhood.
It's
This is
very
as-
dependent. Sometimes it's the ace blocker that wants to bet more, and sometimes you also do it with king blockers. But
Vince, do you have a picture of what's of the tournaments where you can see the other table?
I'm watching the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let Vince show so that everyone can see what's going on with the ICM at the other table.
What did Ken leave?
So The other table, there's like, there's a 3 big blind stack, 9 big blind, 6, and a 5 big blind stack here. Like, we don't have to do anything.
There we are. A lot of pressure now.
Yeah. So like the other table is just crazy here, and that's where like he gets in a really bad spot, not because of anything, but he just can't play any hands, and it's actually going to get worse.
Yeah. Well, that's why
I'd
it's
be-
like
I wanna-
I advocate for just flat, like checking back here pre-flop.
But
Because
I want to
there's
be
no point.
results
like-
oriented, because like he would just fold 7-4 off. Like, do we think that he's calling off there? Like, I think he has some really trash hands that we can just steal a big blind from.
Like, let's say, so this guy limps, right? Were we talking about like just ripping it here?
I originally wanted to do 3.5, like my ISO size.
And then what happens when he calls? Like,
Play a pot.
so we're going broke then, because we have top pair,
Yeah.
right?
If we get there, if we get there,
Yeah.
yeah, but I think I
Because
think-
like
I
here,
don't think we'll
here,
get there.
okay, so this is what's gonna happen, right? So we raise to 3.5, he calls.
I don't
As he's
think
gonna
he's
call
calling the
with
7-4
almost
off.
anything, because he covers us by a lot, and our bounty is, we have quite a big bounty.
Yeah, but like
So we're
7-4
gonna
off.
see bet this flop because we have 2 overcards, right? And then we're dead on the turn. We're just like, we're dead now, like we're going all in.
We have 3 outs, 2 outs, 3 outs, 4 outs. I'll get there.
And then he's like, oh, I made it straight, thanks.
Yeah, but
Okay,
Yeah,
guys, let's go.
I'm just playing tight here.
That's straight on the
Yeah, me too.
on the
that's
turn.
No, I mean, I think that's,
chart, it is jamming with king 5 off. That's why there's 2-5 on the board.
I told you, king five's the best hand in poker. You don't listen.
Nope.
Like, we're gonna get on here, like, we just don't need to play these.
Still something different
We
every
don't need to
week.
raise these hands, because like, look at this guy, 5.7 big blinds on our table. There's a 3 big blind stack on the other table, 5 and a 6. Like, just take the low variance route. Because the
alright,
longer
given
that
all
we
the
wait, the
tiny
better.
stacks, I actually kind of agree. If it was just our table, I think I agree less, but the fact that there's like the tiny stacks.
Yeah. At this point, I think our range is limited to ace, king, and jacks plus.
Good luck, us.
Pretty
Yeah.
splashy here.
I'm
Oh,
jamming
no, you gotta go.
100% here. There's no
I
other
jam.
option.
Yeah,
Play back
he's got a
sometime.
bunch of raggy ace shit and all kinds of other stuff there.
You sure don't want to see him call.
Eh, get it in with 70%, double up, you know.
What do you guys
If
do?
you're not
hope he
jamming
has
ace
ace
queen,
queen.
you're not jamming anything. Like, it's so high up in range.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if he's calling you with. queen
Louis
10,
doesn't like
he's
ace
calling you with.
queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, no other option.
0.09 again.
Wow, he folded off that. That's crazy. Raise to 3, jam for 10, fold in a PKO.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty. Then just jam. It's better.
Fold.
Fold.
Yeah, I guess it's a fold. It's like kinda close, but fold.
This is a fold.
Um,
I don't know, cutoff is
I
opening a
don't mind a jam
lot.
here.
And cutoff is opening a lot and we've lost some players.
3 bigs.
Look, the small stack, 3 bigs on.
I think it's a fold too.
Run away from the final table or something like that.
Yeah, or 2, yeah, or 3.
So there's 8 people
Don't mind
left
folding.
at this point. I think this is a fold. The other table has a 1 big blind stack.
I would fold.
Where's the final
One-
table?
one and-
How
one
many
and a
people do you need to
3
bust to
big.
get to the final table?
I believe 7 people make it. So this is the final table bubble.
Oh, if it's the final table bubble, I fold.
Got through.
It's because we think, it's because there's a significant pay jump
Yeah.
onto there. Okay.
Yeah. What
If
what
there's
was the
like
guarantee?
3 more people to bust, I jam.
What was the guarantee on this? The 5th was like 27.
500,000 euros.
Wow.
Sick.
Oh, but a bounty, so first
Oh,
is
well.
only like.
No, there's no raise range here. I think it's just like jams only.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. I mean, you could like min raise aces. Like,
Yeah, to be balanced, though, you should probably just jam it.
I basically agree.
Mm,
Like, I bet HRC would build out a small min raise range, but like
Yeah.
small.
Oh,
Now we
this
got
is-
there.
This is the final table.
Yeah, that's the final table.
And now we
They
just
do
fold
stuff.
every hand for
Great
a
seat.
few
Great
minutes.
fucking seat. Holy shit.
It really is. Oh, no. Oh,
Let's go.
this is gross.
But like small blind and big blind are coming so long sometimes.
I think we have to rip this.
God.
Small blind and big blind are calling off with some shit there.
Isn't Jax really close there?
Yeah, Jax is extremely close.
Yeah,
You
like
probably-
I'm not positive I jam.
I'm
Dude, the
lagging
guy's
here
got
for
like,
sure.
this guy's basically committed.
Yeah, exactly. And so the hijack is super incentivized to open like almost anything.
I mean, if
But
you
that's
were
great.
to go,
That's
Yeah,
great.
exactly. That's why this is the like we're laughing.
Printing,
Yeah.
printing. And again, like sometimes small blind calls and hijack folds.
Alright,
right? Like,
what
that's
about
amazing.
tens?
ugh,
Still.
10 is a fold. 10 is a fold.
I wanna jam nines.
Oh.
And I'm happy to take it to HRC.
let me.
Nines I would fold.
In,
Nines.
in a PKO, like, I'm sure Jax is fine.
Are you able to put the
That offers.
bounties in HRC?
Yeah, if he calls, you're almost even stack, huh? And you win.
Yeah, how about we do that? And because now we know the bounties, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. Let's run it like exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, put it in HRC with the bounties.
Especially, I mean, like obvious things here. If small blind and big blind have big bounties, then that incentivizes us to want to put our stack in and cover them and see if they'll call it off light.
And make
So
sure
basic-
that not someone else is getting the bounty every time.
Right. And small blind doesn't need to. I mean, he's not
So
calling off
under the
light. He doesn't
gun
have to
is
call off anything.
2.66K.
You need to double those also. Are you already doubling those, Vince?
I'm not.
So 2.66 times 2, so it's actually 5.4.
Why do we need to double that?
Because that's the actual true bounty value of it. At least that's how they were doing it with all the pad stuff. To account for the entire bounty pool.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, it's
So
gonna be a no for me, dog.
The display bounty, I don't know, that's just how they were inputting it. I don't know the exact reason. I just know that that's what the actual true bounty is, even though you're only collecting half of that.
Yeah, you
So
collect,
like,
it depends if you collect indeed that total, but then the bounty is double indeed.
That sounds like drunk math.
No.
Alright,
It makes
there's
sense. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but the
Get money off
bounty
of and
Because
what
you
he has.
take
PKO, so maybe there
I'm
are
just telling you
other.
guys, yeah, no. I'm
yeah.
telling-
That's why.
I spent a
So when
week-
you see the number on the website, that's the number that you take.
Yes,
So if you put the instant percentage to 100%, then you would put the number that you see.
Give me the other number, please.
So I understand what the other is one.
So it depends how HRC and
I think you're fucking up the
website
math
are
on how HRC actually runs it.
yeah.
If you don't double the bounty.
Put the instant percentage to 100%, and then
See,
Then
They
it
they
would
didn't
be
do that
correct.
either.
How do you change the prize pool to be accurate?
You gotta put that in.
yeah.
You,
So
you can't just,
1750?
you can't just put in,
That should be
Like the-
52 if it's a 50% bounty. I mean, I guess if you're doing 100% instant, then you could put it at half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, like, I'm just telling you how I learned to do it, watching these things. I didn't change this and that. It's just how they said to do it.
All right, then let's do it the way that the professionals say to do it. So let's do
That's kinda what I would
5320 for the first one. The first one under the gun. 5320. Okay. Middle position is correct. The hijack is going to be 5,200. Cutoff is going to be 10,080.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, yeah, no shit. So that means he already banked 5K into his
Correct.
account?
Correct.
Wow.
We're going to be
What was the bind of those?
3740.
215, I think.
200.
4460.
15.
And the last one is 2340.
You need to change instant back to 50.
Yeah,
though.
change the instant back to 50%.
The prize pool is completely wrong though, right?
So the other thing that they actually did also was,
Yeah, it's gotta be wrong.
yeah, you gotta you can fix that.
200
Add-
buy-in,
add-
7K
add
up
a z-
top.
Add a 0 to everything?
Yeah.
So when they were actually doing it, they converted all of the chip stacks to big blinds. And they just multiplied it times 10. So if it was 10 big blinds, they didn't put it as 100 big blinds. I mean, you can do it as chips. I'm sure it's fine.
Multiple.
What about the page? Okay, trigger the page up top.
Yeah, I have the payouts as well.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, actually, I need to minus the bounties off this too, right? The first place is going to be 70,817. 70817.
The second is the same.
Sorry, say again.
Yeah, it should be.
That's close. Yeah, the second place is close.
If it has the percentages, why does it not have a place to just put in the total prize pool and calculate it for you?
Amen, man, amen.
That'd be really easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't know if the percentages are correct now. so
Third
it-
is 51,500.
Dude, these are insane payouts.
Fourth is 36,000.
A year of work in
100.
one tournament.
Yeah, then some.
Fifth is 25,000.
That's it.
That's going to be 17,600. Uh, 13,200.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Think or not?
Yeah,
Or
there's only
six?
7
Yeah,
left,
yeah.
so it's fine.
Only 7 left, yeah.
So, what about the equity model? Or did you change it to, you gotta make sure it's accounting for PKO. Okay, PKO, yeah, FGS, I think that's correct.
Probably future game is pretty important now.
Should you put an open jam range in there?
Well, we first wanna know if we should jam into the open with the jacks.
Oh, true. I forgot what we were looking at.
Then we can see if we call the jam of jacks.
I think it's gonna be call. I just don't know how much wider we can call.
And the reason we care about a PKO in this situation, even though we're covered by the opener, is because those two small stacks might come along and we might get their bounties.
Well, the
not
small
really.
stack almost certainly is gonna come along, right?
It also enlarged his
Yeah.
opening range.
Yeah,
He
in a
gets- he
PKO,
gets-
the big
he gets
stack gets to
bigger.
open it even wider.
And also future game simulation is on, so future game bounties are important.
Yeah, like that small stack only's got a couple antes left. He's got to play almost any two here.
But doesn't,
We're-
but doesn't he
We're
get a pay?
jamming fours?
at
No
folding?
way. That's absurd.
Yeah, but this is probably what you should go for, so 7-2.
Might be a function of the big stack is opening very, very, very wide.
Also, like, have you guys, you need to go in and edit the average range probably too, as opposed to like taking what HRC says at face value here.
What's the opening range for him? 80% or so?
56.
Oh, that's fun. That's a fun
Yeah,
day.
but you have to run it deeper there probably also.
Yeah, if I'm that guy, I'm opening even wider than that.
I think we're jamming wider in a PKO just because we might even win the bounty from behind.
So what was the answer there?
Jamming was fine.
Wow.
I don't think in a
Jam-
regular tournament we would jam that wide.
What a time to
Jamming
wake up with
sevens.
ace king.
Okay, that would have been like tens. Okay, he's out. Gotta outlast one more. We're in fifth in chips. Oh. Oh.
Hold on, go back.
That king 10.
The small stack.
It was a jam.
Easy fold.
Yeah,
Is it an easy
Yeah.
fold?
yes, there's a small stack. We don't,
And
we're
it's because of the
just,
8.59.
And the pay jump is enormous.
Easiest fold ever.
Yeah,
damn.
it's
I'll be back in like
17,000 to 25,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're
So-
just, we're, if we were the small stack, though, we call this.
Yeah.
Okay, good enough. Move on. If we had that guy covered, we might call it.
Oh, he took him out. All right.
Then he's jamming into two bigger stacks. That's also a tight jamming range.
Oh, yeah. Well, nothing he can do.
Limped on the button with queens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll stack the guy for
That's so evil.
thousands of euros.
15, just barely. And you said the guy with 15 bigs there wins, huh?
Yeah,
Gets it through his opening.
I don't like me.
Oh,
I think this is a mistake.
This should be a jam.
It's
yeah,
a
if I
fold.
open it, I call. I mean, if you don't call, you're a small stack. And get in the big blind immediately after.
Might even just be an open fold, to be honest.
That's what I
Take
was
king jack
thinking.
off as an open fold. I can see it.
Yeah.
It's even not an open. And I say fine.
Let them piss their chips away.
You're opening into the two chip leaders, like the chip leaders on the big blind. I
Yeah.
don't like opening here at all.
Zero.
Oh,
it's not gonna, it's like a break even open. It's 0.000.
And the call is?
Oh, Josh is absolutely, just talking
Because
about
we
the call,
can't-
send you right back to ICM jail.
If the open is zero, the call is even worse.
The call here, Josh, would be wow.
Yeah, it depends if you can jam with any two, then the call is not that worse.
Against whom?
Can you give
Against the
him an
big
open
blind
jam
only,
range?
Only the big blind.
See what's in there.
I see him jail for Joss.
Only -1.
Only minus $12,000.
Only 1,000. Who cares?
Yeah, it's not like you have 6 bigs, you have 15 bigs.
Very
Fold here,
much
you
so.
still, yes, fold here, still have fold equity. You could jam
All right,
it.
here we go.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
All right,
How
close
many
your
of
eyes.
you
Good
guys-
Alright,
luck.
it goes in here.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Everyone's happy, right?
Until
Yeah.
he
I
wants,
mean,
unless
what-
he wants
Until
what-
the
what-
big chip leader will call or re-raise.
The chip leader raises, I'm snap folding here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
pretended like I
Ooh.
didn't even get delta hand.
Why
fold.
are you folding now?
I think we still have to go with this one. He,
Oh my God, Sam, I see him jail for Sam.
This
Yeah,
is the
no.
first time. This is the first time that the chip leader is doing this stuff like this.
Oh,
memory.
Jacks
not even-
plus,
not even-
Jacks
he's
plus
not
at
even
least.
shoving. He wants us in so bad.
Jacks
What do you
plus,
guys do here? I'm always folding.
yep. Snap fold.
wow.
Ooh.
Perfect. We're gonna, oh, Jesus.
Oh, the humanity.
Oh.
Never mind.
Although maybe we're glad we're not in there with tens after that.
Yeah, the
We
guy,
were-
the
This
guy
guy
had
4-bet
jacks.
shoved to the chip
We were
leader.
flipping
So-
at best.
Yeah, but you had a small stack. Flip is not that bad.
Oh.
You are fold more.
How did this guy not win? Hiya.
Oh, you can
Ugly.
eat it
Yeah.
here, I guess.
Yeah, we shove, don't we?
Yeah.
I
Good.
think we can shove. I don't think it's like great. We're not
Yuck.
super happy about it.
I am.
No, never king, queen off. I don't know
No?
how many tournaments I've gone out with that hand.
Yeah, but you only have 7.5 big blinds.
I would be more happy to shove if the 57 big blind stack opened.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The 20
exactly.
big blind stack open, I'm not very thrilled with this.
Yeah, because like this 14 big blind guy wants to open shove a lot.
Yeah.
Do we,
He opens 2.4. He's not opening small.
did we know, yeah, do we notice that his open was big?
Well, he was opening big the hand previously too, and then he 4-bet jammed.
No, yeah, I don't mean,
I can't really tell unless you've seen it like numerous times. You can't really assume.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that
think
it's
we
a
made a
tell.
mistake.
I meant, is it a correct, I meant, is that an incorrect sizing at this depth? Cause I would think he.
I don't think there's a correct sizing. I mean,
Yeah,
2.4.
definitely incorrect. Definitely incorrect. And shoving is also very marginal slash method.
So he made a right fold on the 10s and then
Yeah.
boo
And then
boo
on the
here.
king queen, he just lost it.
Yeah.
Well, he's starting to worry. He's getting short on chips, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, it's just not when the middle stack open into a big stack and then 2 small stack blinds, it's just scream strength to me.
Yeah, I like folding here. But anyway, that's how he
Is king
ended.
queen suited a call?
No.
That was
King
awesome.
queen is
Thank
never
you, Theo.
good.
Thank you, guys. I need to
No,
go.
king
Good
queen
luck.
is just losing.
Maxi, take care.
You need ace queen.
You're looking under 3-bets right now.
Is
Yeah,
a
this
3-bet
is a
jam?
3-bet jam. Yeah.
But
Well,
look at
it's-
call, like, what's his calling range look like?
There's no calls.
Hey, how about the previous hand, the 10?
Small
Can you-
blind.
If you run it, like, what does it look like?
What was the action there?
It was button raise, small blind, 3-bet, and then we folded the button jams.
Who
So I
was,
think-
who was covered? Was the
Huh?
guy three betting covered?
Yeah, the big stack covered, and then he min 3-bet, like made it really small.
Just click through it real quick.
It's gotta be a fold.
I thought we were
Yeah.
talking about 10.
Oh, you wanna see the tens?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty good fold.
Yeah,
Let's Be
yeah.
Nice should have a reasonably strong range here.
Jack's rip, Galen.
Dude, I don't know, man. That's the painful one, right? Cause
Yeah, it's kind of like 50-50 on Jacks, right?
I feel like queens is kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
pretty
Is
clear.
this a 10? Is this a 10?
Yeah,
You have to fill in BB. And for the
5.5.
open also 2.4.
Well, we basically have no fold equity. We're gonna
Do,
just
make the
call.
3-bet 5.5.
That is probably close enough. Still, it
Yeah.
was 5.5 indeed.
Yeah, like I'm.
Let me ask you guys a payout structure question I have here. For today's tournament, $400 buy-in, right? Pays 15%, but you don't hit the min. I mean, not a min cash, but it's $800 to win a buy-in. You gotta finish in the top 6%. That's kind of weird. Normally it's 10 or 12.
So 10s is still making money, like barely.
Barely. Jacks is a clear call, I think. Yeah. Or not clear. Yeah, it's a call.
Jacks makes more than queens.
I
Yeah,
would
queens
go
pocket too
here
much.
with the pocket king and ace king and pocket king.
Jacks
Yeah,
makes more than queens
When
Ace-
you
Because
have
he's raising ace
queens,
queen.
because of.
yeah, when
ace
you have
queens.
queens, you block his ace queens, which you have a lot of value against.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. I really
So
don't
he
know.
should actually put it in there and then not put it in the other way.
Wow, it's really
Close.
close.
You shouldn't put it in both spots.
For me, this is always just a fold.
This is strong too. The guy's opening from the button with the 17 big blind stack. I think, yeah, I made a good fold.
Yeah, but you're getting all less reason.
Alright,
Yeah, I mean,
This
just
is-
the way this dynamic should work is B Water should just be punishing Let's Be Nice so heavily.
yeah,
Like it's very little skin off his back just to be jamming like, I don't know, 30% of his range or something.
And if you jam, let's be nice, is incentivized to just fold, because be
Right,
water.
yeah. I mean, he's got at least, he's got what, 2 orbits on Camille here, so it's a pretty significant pay jump to a significant incentive to not go busto, right?
But still, be nice is also pretty heavy knit of knit. Pretty
Well,
tight
yeah,
range doing this.
So is this better than just jamming it over his open?
If I'm Let's Be Nice here, I am playing a more linear range. I might balance with a couple suited aces, but I mean, I'm not min raising much of my range here. I would just be jamming because I want to really disincentivize B Water from getting out of line here.
Thank you.
Can you turn on the PKO structure and see what the? Because if I'm B Water here, so Let's Be Nice has 2.6K on him. Like if I'm B Water here, I'm ripping it. I'm ripping a
Queen
lot.
nine.
Because
Queen
like
nine
we could
suited,
just get
10-9
lucky.
suited. Yeah, 10-9 suited, Jack 8 suited, Ace 5 off. Like I'm going bananas if I'm B Water here.
If
Any
I have
pair,
seven,
But
six
what if
off,
you know?
I'm
What
all
if
in.
you know the guy is ICM aware and he's just not like getting out of line.
Well, if he's ICM, I mean, okay, so he should be opening a tighter range, correct? But
Yeah, he should be.
if he's
And
ICM
it
aware,
looks like he is.
he's also folding way more.
Yeah.
I mean,
But also like if we can get it in like 60-40, this guy's worth, 2.6K and the pay jump. So like,
right, so what was the buy-in
Yep.
for this? How many buy-ins is that? It's like
There's a
two
$15 buy-in.
Get out of here, $15?
yeah,
Yeah.
$15.
15 euro. Yeah.
160,000 people.
That's just hard to imagine. Yeah, so just think about how many buy-ins is on that guy's head right there. That's it's pretty wild.
Yeah, I'm ripping it here with like 7-6 off.
Everything.
Like if like he shouldn't even be opening like king queen suited, I don't think. He should be just jamming it in if he knows B-Water's gonna make a play. Because he can't really do nothing.
Yeah, and if I'm let's be nice, the only opening size I have is all in.
Like I hate these spots. Like when I see a good hand, I'm like, guy to my left has a stack, gonna make a play sometime.
So do you think he was running a trap with those jacks? Looking to get action?
No, it's
Right,
just it's just a strong enough hand.
All right,
And-
that was a fun one.